What's going on, YouTube? My name is Dom, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about intel and how to act on intel properly and the different types of intel and all that good shit. I can't believe I honestly haven't done this video before. But before I get started, really quick, if you guys are interested in winning a free Steam game, I'm not sure how many of you guys play on PC, but my team, Quixotic Nation, is sponsoring a giveaway specifically for my channel. So if you'd like to find a link to that, that's in the description. Now also, I did want to announce another series, well, not another series, but another thing that I am going to be doing, because I feel like a lot of new people are going to be coming to this game, and I feel like I want to do something to make sure that new people stick around, make sure that they get the full enjoyment out of the game, and to just help people in general. So I'm going to be doing a boot camp. I'm going to start it out once a week. This is actually an idea I got from one of my subscribers. One of my followers is by the name of, his name is Matt. Thanks, Matt, for the great idea as well, but I'm going to be doing this once a week, hopefully starting on Sundays. If you guys would like to get in on that, go ahead and DM me on Twitter or DM me in my Discord. You can find links to that stuff down in the description. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump right into the video. So to begin, I think it's very important that we have to distinguish between the different types of intel that we can gather in any course of a match. So to distinguish, I believe that there's three different types of intel. I'm going to characterize these differently. There's going to be hard intel, which is the best. These are just going to be straight up marks. You know exactly where people are at and what class they are. There's going to be soft intel. These are going to be characterized just by basic pings, or maybe someone who's in a divergence drone who says, hey, there's 3 people on this ping, there's 1 person on this ping, or whatever. That's going to be give you a good idea of where people are at. And then there's weak intel, or we can call this one WAF for weak as fuck intel. This is going to be generally, I'm peeking a corner and I saw somebody run from left to right behind a building. That is going to be the weakest form of intel. And now it's important to understand the limits of all of this information, because I don't think that people understand that enough. When you get hard intel, those specific classes that are marked, it tells you where they are at and what classes they are. It doesn't tell you anything else. You cannot get any solid information about, say you mark 2 people, you don't know where the other 2 people are at for sure, unless you see a movement marker, you know, out of the corner of your eye right when your drone goes down. But that would probably be characterized as weak AF, WAF intel. With all of these types of intel, and unless they are marked, they can change very, very quickly. They can move rapidly. I know there have been plenty of times where I've seen 4 fucking people move behind a building, and I go to an open spot to try to get a point, to try to get an overlook on them, or to try to get some sort of visual, and then a guy pops it behind me. I have no idea how the fuck he got behind me without me seeing him. But the bottom line is, this game is very big. There's a lot of different ways that you can go. There's a lot of places that you can run. So it's not completely unreasonable how someone could pop up behind you when you swear to God, just 30 seconds ago, you saw all of them move in one direction. There's a lot of different places you can go, so you have to account for that. The weaker the intel you have, the harder it is to make probable decisions, the harder it is to make tactical decisions. It's just that's just the nature of it. When you have hard intel, it's very easy to make a tactical decision, because let's say all 4 people are marked, it's very easy to move on that. It is very easy, but you have to remember, when those marks go away, you're not 100% certain of where people are going to be at. It's always a good idea to try to get an idea of where they're at by looking at a certain place that they were hiding in, or a certain peak that they were covering, and trying to counter that. But always remember, do not move confidently when you do not have solid information, because when you do that, that's when you're going to be running and someone's going to gun you from behind or get you from the side and catch you by complete surprise, especially when you convince yourself, oh, that's where they were marked, let me move on intel that's no longer available to me. So now this is where strategy comes in, understanding the limits of your intel and playing off probabilities. What I always do, and what I take into account in every situation, is I always try to remove myself from what is going on to the game, so that I could look at the minimap and I could look at everything to figure out what's going on, or what I believe to be going on. Because when you're sitting there and you are seeing everything, two-dimensionally, we'll call it, and you're just seeing what's in front of you, you're looking for movement, great, okay, awesome, that's the role of an assault. It's always important to go into that 3D aspect of it too, and look on the minimap. Where are your guys in relation to the map? Where are they least likely to be? Where is the other team least likely to be? Now, in the more open spaces, this is kind of a rule of thumb, but if you look into more of the open spaces on the map, you can almost assume that they are going to be in the more open space. The smaller the space that is available on the map, they are least likely to be. Now, that is not always going to be true. There are going to be people that are going to be in the least likely spots. It happens all the time. But there's a reason it's least likely, and it's least likely. You know what I mean? You play to the probabilities. So I always move into the smallest spots that we can control, because that's where they're least likely to be. And I always try to cut off the map in sections. and wait till we have hard intel before I can move and cover great leaps. I mean, I think that's what this game is all about. You have to cut off certain sections of the map and slowly take control and counterflank, flank, do whatever you have to just to cut off the enemy's routes, because that's when they're going to make mistakes. That's when they're going to be forced to move when they don't want to. So I always like to take the map, cut it into sections, the biggest part, the smallest parts, and I like to take the smallest parts piece by piece until we have them bottled up. That is the way I like to go. Now, when you get hard intel, that is when you can cut off big sections of the map. When you get soft intel, you can cut off mediocre sections, depending on how it goes. And when you get weak as fuck intel, I would almost not even make decisions off of that. That is more of a, hey, there's a guy in your vicinity. Keep an eye out, buddy, you know, whoever the fuck you are. Keep an eye out, point man, there's a guy in your vicinity. That's what weak as fuck intel, I believe, is for. Now, I will go more in depth. I'll make videos about, you know, small group situations, what to do in this situation, how to outmaneuver people, how to do these things properly. But this was just a basic video discussing the benefits and the limitations of intel. Please let me know if you guys have any more thoughts, opinions, comments. If you have anything else to add, please let me know down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Of course, if you did like it, please drop me a like. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe. If you did not like the video, please leave me a comment letting me know why you didn't like it. As well, leave me a comment if you'd be interested in that boot camp. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.